Oh, already?
Yeah, we're going to jump right to it.
Alright, cool. Hello, everybody.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my god, that was awesome. I've never done that before. I just fall.
It's square and X at the same time. And then, of course, you got your dive.
There it is. Okay.
The Andrew Garfield dive, that I'm going to refer to it as.
Yep. Superhero landing.
Just not good for everybody else.
Oh.
Say it's the Hancock landing.
I wonder if that hurts Peter's.
So last time you guys heard, we just took down Fisk, so we are now headed over to our mysterious phone caller. And yes, Doc Ock is in this game, Shocker's in this game.
Yep.
Rhino is in Miles' game.
Yes.
And I think he's in this one at the end.
No, Rhino's in this game.
I think he's at the end of it though.
No, he's towards the middle.
Vulture's in this game.
Yes.
Who else are we missing?
There's...
I know, obviously Fisk is in this game.
Scorpion.
We hint at the Green Goblin.
Scorpion's in this game.
Yeah, Scorpion is in this game. We don't get all the Sinister Six, but they are mostly here.
Oh, wait.
Oh, I thought
What happened?
I was like, I just phased myself out of
Did you just
existence.
glitch the game?
And who else do we have? We have.
Well, should we? I don't want to spoil it yet.
We don't have the Green Goblin, but we do have Norman Osborn.
Who looks like Willem Dafoe?
Very much so. And I'm assuming that was on purpose.
I'm sorry I'm late.
It's our boy Doc Ock.
Hey, there he is.
And he's already activated one of his arms to get ready to make his tentacles.
The grant committee's director will be here soon. It's fine, Parker. I invented this equipment. I think I can handle it.
Yeah, that's what the last Doc Ock said.
I know.
Excuse me, last time.
Oh, there it is. Sciencey problem.
Oh no.
Must not panic.
Maybe we should abort.
Not yet.
Type. Do the thing. Oh no.
Hold on.
And foreshadowing.
That's reminiscent of the movie.
Except for it's not nuclear.
Are you okay?
Another setback.
You only got electrocuted.
I know.
But we're close.
Oh my god, science.
I mean, she looks like she's supposed to be important.
Is anyone hurt?
No, it was all my fault.
The energy levels exceeded our expectations. From a certain viewpoint, it's a very positive development.
It doesn't smell very positive.
I smell burning
I
flesh,
assure you, in
sir.
the next phase.
It smells like burning ass.
It's just my hair. It's my head. I have a
Is there
receding
somewhere else we
hairline.
can discuss this?
I was doing crack. Oh, crack. That's
Maybe you should
okay.
take the rest of the day off, Peter. But we'll talk later.
Peter. Tom Lane. Hey. I'm not taking this.
So these segments are kind of important towards plot
Yes, they are.
and
It was a
everything.
disaster. How could the dampener have failed? I know Doc said take the day off, but I have to figure out what went wrong.
Okay.
I have to do this sequencing shit again.
I know I have to say this, but Peter's face looks like Macaulay Culkin.
I don't see it.
I see it. If you see young Macaulay Culkin and you look at his face, but more in the 24 age area, that I call him Macaulay Parker.
No.
No. I don't see it. Maybe you do.
I think
Maybe
we've got
fans,
samples of every type of
I
prosthetic
don't know. That's just
existence.
me.
fans, if you see it, let us know. But I don't see it. Where's Doc Ock?
Give him some blonde.
Oh, he's right
hair.
there.
Oh, yeah,
How many lab fires have we seen now, Otto? 3? 4?
That's how you know we're progressing.
Wait a minute. It's
Out of
more,
the
baby.
ashes of failure, great science is born.
I don't think Dr. Octavius' optimism has ever been shaken.
It was just a fire. What are you talking about? We're doing great.
Yeah, we're doing fine. It's just,
Everything's fine.
There was
Everything's
only
just
electrical
fine.
fire that, could have killed him. But no, it's okay.
Our first volunteer subject,
I guess you see
Lance
it's very
Corporal
spiky.
Texidor. Lost his arm overseas and now just wants to hug his daughter again.
Oh, that's sad.
I wonder who Lance Corporal Texas is.
I don't know.
Is that an actual guy in kind?
It's amazing how quickly the prosthesis has evolved. You are in bad shape, little guy.
Wait,
It's
do the
electric.
gesture, please. Yes. Yes. You know what I wanted to see. Hey guys, look what's back! It's the jerking hand again from Until
See
Dawn.
what's wrong with you.
So now we gotta fix this thing.
The hand that jerks.
You know what you get to do, friends? You get to do science!
Which isn't really as much fun as you think. But we can get it done quickly, so.
Well, I do like it because we get to see Peter's genius side.
Well, that's what I was actually going to bring up, is that the thing that I like about this game is that you can't really have a Spider-Man game without Peter Parker somewhere in there.
If I had been here to do the pre-check, I would have caught this.
So what they're doing now is that they're giving you a chance to experiment more with using Peter just as well, so that he's just as important to the game.
Oh yeah.
So that you're not just completely being Spider-Man, which I think would actually make the game boring if that was all you were doing.
Oh yeah. I actually do like it. Like, you get to see...
Yeah, you gotta have Peter somewhere in the game of a Spider-Man game.
Reroute servo control.
Alright, what was this? Alright.
So pretty much the green is the start and the orange is the finish. So you gotta basically match it up from.
Well, you also have to use
Almost every
science. You have to use positive and negatives.
Well, we don't have to do that here, but yes, you do have to do that.
Oh, did I spoil it?
Well, no, not really. It's the same shit, but you don't have to do it here. That's all you gotta worry about.
Okay. Because I'm used to just doing them.
It happens later on.
Yeah.
Which is actually not as bad even if you rush it. It's really not that difficult. Like this, these aren't ever gonna actually be that difficult.
No, they're easy.
They should never be that difficult anyway.
No. Unless on New Game Plus it's hard.
No, I'm honestly just taking my time.
There we go.
Nice. Okay, what next?
So you really do need to do this because it is for plot reasons.
Voltage.
Because you're basically making Doc Ock's arm.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
Or his tentacles, I should say.
Yeah. It's just trying to help people who want amputees.
Yeah, for now, it's supposed to be like a helpful project.
Yeah, for people who don't.
Yeah, for people, particularly like I think veterans and stuff who
Yes.
have all been involved or whatever.
Yep. They
But-
just want to be able to like have their independence on their arm again and all that.
Finished.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think that's thoughtful. That's really nice.
There's another game you do here where you gotta use chemicals instead, but since we already got New Game Plus, we actually don't have to do it anymore.
Yeah.
That's just if you want to get another suit.
Good as new.
Jerky?
Jerk that hand.
This is the bukkake,
Jerk it good.
the toothbrush.
The toothbrush. They do the twist.
Alright, well, now
Doc's been
that's
testing new
So jerk
materials
it
for the
up and
prosthetics.
down and up.
He asked me to review his work if I had time.
work the
Might as well dig in
spectrograph,
now.
Spectrograph.
where we get to see colors.
You get to do the spectrum of light, which is like my favorite thing in science.
Today's the day. Grant review. We're ready.
I don't care. Let's go.
For work.
No one cares.
I don't particularly like doing these parts, but it's just for the
Doc
sake
was
we'll
testing
do
a
it.
new
Oh yeah,
contact material for
these
the
pain
prosthetic.
in the ass things.
They're not that hard.
This one is easy though, so
You just really need to know how.
They get increasingly more complicated.
It's not that hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's baby size.
Hydrogel polymer
which
composite.
maybe this is like the
Strong,
one where I
but
don't have
there's
to
a lot of
shoot
impedance.
because I don't remember if I
Better
finished all
tell
of
Doc
these.
to keep looking for other materials.
Maybe. I think there's a tech suit, if I recall.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
All right, I should get out of here before I screw things up for Doc even more.
Pizza time.
so I've been waiting for a while. What do you guys think of Tom Holland's
We saw
Spider-Man?
an extraordinary
I
reaction
do
at the
like
end of the
him.
bridge.
He's not like best, but he's a good Spider-Man.
You'll have.
Yeah.
He's Peter Parker. Granted, I wish
That
they could
reaction
do like a
cascade
young
was pretty awesome.
Spider-Man or a young Peter Parker. I kind of want like almost like college age maybe. But you know.
What about you, Josh?
Everything he said. Of course, then again, you know, I don't know.
Okay. Anyway. What you were saying, John?
Yeah, as you were saying.
I was saying, you know, everything that, you know, Jacob had said, although, in all honesty, I'm more partial to Miles Morales, honestly. I think I like him a little bit better than...
We're referring to only Peter Parker right now.
Only Peter.
We'll worry about Miles when we get to him,
Yeah.
like in his own game.
Like, honestly, I wish they did do Miles' story with Tom Holland's Peter Parker, because that's what I noticed when they did Homecoming.
Spider-Man, it's Yuri.
Fisk make it to Rikers yet?
Not Rikers. Our boy qualifies for the VIP treatment. He's in the raft.
Ah,
joining Scorpion, Electro, and the rest. Fisk should be honored. It's a steam company.
That's your Sinister Six.
Can you swing by the precinct? Got an issue that could benefit from your unique skill set.
For you, Yuri, anything. I'm on my way.
For my booty call, anything.
Actually, that's the thing I like, is that Peter Parker kind of has a friendship with just about all of his
Looks
enemies.
like Jameson's got a new episode out. Wonder what my #1 fan thinks about the Fisk takedown.
This is Just the Facts with J. Jonah Jameson, where listeners like you discuss the issues affecting our city with Pulitzer Prize winning two-time Pulitzer Prize winning former publisher of the Daily Bugle,
Two-time!
and
Too bad he's not
if
voiced
you
by
order
Joe
Mr.
Casey.
Jameson's books, Spider-Man, Threat, or Menace, within 24 hours of our broadcast, you'll get an autographed copy at no extra charge.
No personalizations? Don't ask, not gonna get it.
But he is a good impersonator.
Welcome to Just the Facts with J. Jonah Jameson.
Just the Facts, as I make up all the shit.
I know.
Let's dive right into the calls. Speak.
Okay, so not for nothing. You gotta give Spider-Man respect for taking down Wilson Fisk, right? I mean, one last mob boss is good for everyone.
Is that right? Tell me, are you a police officer? Prosecutor? Maybe an award-winning reporter with decades on the job like me?
No, I'm a plumber.
Oh, good. Then fix my toilet and shut up! Let me explain
There's
something.
the
Wow.
There's the J. Jonah I know.
A tracksuit and a drawer full of gold chains.
Fucking
Like he's
asshole.
the next godfather. Gang war in the
He's actually
streets.
talking about something
Does that
important here.
whip-headed moron give a damn? Of course not. It got on TV. That's what counts.
Yeah, well, I can get copper pipe without paying kickbacks. So till that gang war starts, I'm on the whip-head side.
And you'll be singing a different tune when 3 new mobs are lining up to charge you triple for that same hunt. Or just break your leg. Come on!
Someday, Jonah, I'm gonna get you to say something nice about me. Someday.
Well, in the comics,
He's actually right, though. He is talking about how the fact that now that Fisk is gone, there is kind of a power vacuum.
Yep.
So now other gangs are trying to fill in that vacuum.
Yep.
So he didn't really switch anything, he just changed whoever's in charge.
That's how it always is with monsters.
Unfortunate. No, he's right, it's a cutscene.
Yeah, I know.
Yuri Watanabe.
That's a cool last name.
Now that you quit smoking, what do you tell people when you come up here?
That I need a break from their crap.
Who voices
Fair
it?
enough. So,
We'll have it right
You're
here.
gonna date to the policeman's
I think it's
ball?
Laura Bailey.
You got a black and white suit?
I might not be Laura Bailey.
No ball this year anyway. We
That
spent
little
too
black
much
and white
integrating
suit
lost
comment
corp
that he
surveillance
just made there was a touch
it
about
though,
the
right?
fact that Venom
Was.
symbiote is already
till an hour
happening.
ago.
Yes.
Because when she says, like, you have a black and white suit, she's referring...
Citywide.
Spider-Man says,
Every
but he's
tower.
referring to his symbiote suit.
Tell me someone sabotaged the central server, and now all the towers are offline.
Inside job?
Maybe. So we'll figure it out later. Right now, we need to get the towers
Face
back
models are
on.
amazing.
Fast.
Much
And
better
you
than
called
Until
me?
Dawn's ever been.
Aw, that's sweet.
I called someone I could trust.
Just as
Plus,
good
the
as
signals are scrambled, and we have
And it
no idea.
looks
how
like
to fix it.
Emily, but it's not Emily.
Ooh. I love a challenge.
Commissioner
You break it, you
Emily,
buy it.
good sir.
I thought you trusted me.
Well, she's not a bitch, so.
She's not...
Which means I don't have to shoot her.
Let's take a look at this tower.
Well, she's kind of a bitch to
Input
you,
bands have been
but...
shifted. Subtle.
But she's a part of it. She's supposed to be.
Yeah, she's through Commissioner Gordon, so I wouldn't expect anything less.
I said it, but at least I don't have to shoot her.
Oh, yay! My favorite thing about any game. Getting a waypoint
We
to
just had a
unlock
tower
all
come
the
back
map.
online. Was that you?
Not just a
Where's
pretty
that
mask, huh?
Whatever you did, any chance you could do it to the other towers?
Sure, but just so you know, I
Yeah,
have to
can I
sync
borrow
up
the
with the
chopper
tower
first?
to fix it. I'm seeing all crime data in the area now. Looks like there's a break-in happening near me.
Great, I've got
Get a
you
nice
nearby.
running start.
Don't bother. I'm on
Yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah. You oh, like how you mid-slip. Oh, okay. We're gonna mug someone.
Look, I never had to do this before, okay? Calm down.
Yo, man. I'm freaking out, man.
You think we're gonna get in trouble for this?
Nah, no one's around. There's no superheroes in New York.
Not unless you wear red and blue tight
Are you
suits.
sure these guys didn't forget their keys?
Yeah.
Oh, bullshit.
What? He blocks?
There you go.
I hate the ones at the bar.
Oh, the crowbars?
Yeah, they're the worst.
Well, it's crowbars or like...
Are they even gonna fight
He's not
back?
even...
Oh, that guy was just looking at me.
He's just like, huh, what do I do? It's fucking Spider-Man. there you go.
Like, what are you really gonna do against Spider-Man, though?
Nothing.
At that point, you might as well just give up.
Okay, wrapped up.
Thanks for that. Now I'm seeing an assault near you.
You're in luck, Yuri. Your favorite tough but lovable grizzled seen too much detective. Spider Cop.
What? No. You
Spider Cop.
Shut up, shut up. You were saying something. God, man. Hello.
Oh.
So you're the snitch.
Back off, creep.
She's kind of important.
Yep, she's the one.
I said back off.
Well, at least she'll play a recurring character.
Get out of here.
Oh, these big motherfuckers. I hate those
Oh,
guys.
the brutes.
It's the big guys I hate the most.
Keep it quiet, lady.
That's why you always do web velocity if they're
I
around.
want it on him, please.
Can you switch it?
Get away from her.
No, guess not.
Tutorial won't let me.
Oh, hit him now. Do it. On the ground. Oh, never mind. Good guy.
Make it
Bye
bad.
bye.
Walk away now, or she's dead.
Let me go.
I'll take that gun first.
That web was not
Man, I'll
attached
whip
to his
that
face.
ass.
You're in the. I know. I was gonna say it wasn't attached.
And fuck you.
Fuck property.
I knew Jameson was wrong about you. You're a little weird, but you got a good heart.
Oh hey, that's
Have you got somewhere to go?
I can take care of myself.
I'm sure you can, but just in case,
She
there's
sounds
a
like the
place
girl
called
from
the Feast
Atlantis.
Center.
It sounds
Seen
like
it. I don't want charity.
They got the
lady
best
does
wheat
mean-
cakes in the city, hands down.
I could
Mom
be
used to
wrong.
make those.
It sounds like her.
Haven't had any in a long time. I'll check it out. Thanks, Spider Guy.
Stupid kid.
It's Spider-Man.
Whatever.
It's a rocket
Spot the
guy.
next tower from up there.
It's the human spider.
Oh my god, I love that. No, I said Spider-Man.
That name sucks. From his elevated position, Spider Cop spies his destination. Second surveillance tower.
Are you narrating yourself?
What? No, of course not. The chief never did understand Spider Cop. Thought it was loose cannon.
Already regretting this.
And I also love, after this game came out, someone actually did cosplay as Spider-Cop, and I love
With a
it.
mustache and everything.
Yeah, I fucking love it. That was like the best thing that came out for cosplay.
I can modify these towers to track more than just crimes.
You know who else likes Spider-Cop?
Spider Pig.
No, my mom. You just ruined the joke.
Why did it get awkwardly quiet?
Kinds of artifacts.
What happened?
Someone nearby.
Josh killed my joke.
Like the bloodlust just kicked in. It was just like, the fuck, Jacob, chill. Chill, man, chill. It's okay.
Just a joke. Oh. Hey, yeah, what the?
Wow. One of my old backpacks from high school. Forgot I
You're
attached
still in
the
high school,
printouts.
Tom Hollins.
Yep.
Yeah, he had to repeat the 12th grade.
I guess so. Like 15.
I wonder how many of these are scattered around the city.
You could find them all. We're not gonna find them all. So I should probably mention that. I know this is like what, our second part now? Second part.
Yeah.
Their second part now, and I haven't mentioned it, but we aren't going to be doing all of the missions. We're not going to go out of our way to find all of these things. If we happen to come across it, sure.
Yeah.
But we are only going to do missions in between the areas where it tells you you need to kind of
Yeah.
do something to kill some time before the next plot continues.
Yep.
But otherwise, yeah, we don't really care about any of this stuff. But we will activate all the towers at least.
You know, I bet you anything in the sequel, you get to explore all of New York. I'm betting. Especially with all the PS5 stuff. Because, like, you can only, like...
Still there? Got a robbery a few blocks
you can
away.
only do, like,
Spider Cop's on it. Part man, part spider, all cop.
All cop.
Anyway.
All 5 up.
Oh, hey.
Chill.
Open the safe! Do it!
One guy's not even aiming the gun at him.
I know.
Hey, fellas.
Go! Hi! Spider-Man! Shoot it!
Shoot the window!
I know.
Get over here!
Going slow, you're mine.
And dead. Man, he's good at shooting, dude.
Like, I'm not even trying.
And more bad guys.
And we're done.
More of them? Guys, if you worked this hard at a legit job, you wouldn't need any criminals.
Oh no, I'm stuck in the
Get
wind.
over there!
I'm full of sticky.
I like that sticky icky.
I like how you just put the air.
I messed it up, but yeah. And the cops are already on scene here in a bit.
All right, Yuri. I'm gonna repair the last Chinatown tower now.
Don't you mean Spider Cop's gonna repair it?
Been doing a little thinking, Yuri. Policing's a young man's game. Spider Cop? Well, he's no spring chicken.
Please be going where I think you're going.
As of today, Spider Cop is officially retired.
Oh, thank God. I need a drink.
We'll all drink tonight, Yuri. Drink to the memory of Spider Cop's tireless... Yuri? Yuri, you there? If the emotion of the moment overwhelmed her.
I love that.
I love that pairing.
It's so good.
So, as I was trying to say is, Tom Holland's, I don't mind his Spider-Man. I'm not a big fan of his Spider-Man, to be honest. Like, okay, let me rephrase. I like him as Spider-Man. I don't like him as Peter Parker.
Yeah, his Peter Parker's
Not good. Can't have people taking pictures of my 3 chest hairs.
That only shows up if you actually have to battle.
Tools I need for suit repair at the lab. Wonder if Dr. Octavius is left for the day.
Peter's jacked.
Well, I mean, the dude is like rippling with every muscle. So,
Peter, BB Shuffle.
You're out of chill. Leave me alone.
what the fuck happened to you?
Doctor, how did it go with the committee? I'm so sorry I screwed things up.
Not at all, Peter. They're just nervous in the face of imminent triumph. They'll calm down. They always do.
Should I head back to the lab for cleanup?
No, I'm stepping out for dinner anyhow.
She did it right.
Tomorrow.
Very
Short
nice.
break, then back to creating the future.
He's got
That's an asshole.
Wish I could bottle and sell that man's optimism.
They never shut up.
Sounds like he's left the lab for the day. Good time to work on my suit in private.
Why would you think that, Spider-Man? Why?
Where's the Avengers Tower?
We're not there right now. It's in another part of New York.
Well, you can see it.
Yeah, but not here.
So I'm the Matrix, because I like to run up shit.
And narcotics deal reported in progress.
Spider-Man can always
Report came in from Little Italy.
What is this thing? See, there's the Empire State Building. Avenger Tower is somewhere there. You can be able to lift.
Having to match these things are kind of annoying. But
Yeah.
you get the hang of it pretty quickly.
Yep.
Skip. So yeah, I mean, I think the problem that I'm seeing with Tom Holland is that he's not Peter Parker. He's Miles Morales, as Jacob mentioned in part 1 or 2 earlier. So what happened was, Josh, in case you weren't unaware, but the uninitiated, is that when they made Civil War, they didn't have the rights to Spider-Man yet.
So during production, it was only halfway through the movie. Was done.
Hey guys!
And they had to do research with Tom Holland. Sony and Disney could pay the bill. And yeah, Peter's been in the MCU for 5 years now.
I mean, if you're going to tell them, at least speak clearly so everybody can hear you. But basically, they didn't have the rights to Spider-Man because Andrew Garfield was still owned at the time. But this contract is just kind of worn out.
Well, and then there was that whole debacle about 2 years ago after Far From Home came out, where they almost lost the deal and Spider-Man almost went back to Sony completely. But then they all talked it out and they're like, oh hey, we like Spider-Man making money with the MCU, so we'll keep doing that.
Something like that happened, yeah. Because they weren't there yet. So at the very last minute, they had already recorded most of Civil War.
Yep.
Well, actually, I think they finished it, didn't they?
No, they did. So what they did is like they did reshoots.
Yeah, when they finally got the rights to Spider-Man and Peter Parker as opposed to Venom, which they don't have right now, but they do now. What they did was they reshot some of the scenes and CGI'd them and stuff. So that's why if you actually look really closely at the trailer, the original trailers of the Civil War movie, Peter Parker or Spider-Man's not even in it. Like that little running scene that happened at the airport, he's not there. And if you actually, it was all last minute, and I don't know why they insisted on making him a young boy as opposed to an adult.
I don't know.
But I don't know. Whatever reason they had, they did it, and it was a done deal. But
now it's that way every single Avengers movie he's in.
I think it had something to do with trying to appeal to the younger people, because Spider-Man, in his own account, is kind of an unorthodox character of youth.
Yeah.
Like, appeals a lot to the youth. Like, Hulk, Thor, Iron Man, and all of them, you wouldn't imagine that they would be people that kids would especially cling to.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, other than for the dumb brutality part of it all, but when you get Spider-Man, you automatically think kid-friendly and colorful, bright suit, just regularly nothing that dark, even though his stuff does get dark.
Yep.
But I'm assuming that's why they made him a kid.
Well, and I also think is because, you know, they want an actor who's young, and they want to continue this for like a decade, just like with Robert Downey Jr. and Iron Man. You know, they're also probably that's why.
Well, if I had another guess too, is the reason they did that is because by the time they recorded, I have two thoughts. Is that by the time they recorded, or they started recording the Spider-Man movies and stuff, they really wanted to make him a kid too, because they wanted an origin story.
Yeah.
And Peter Parker started off in high school. That's where his story begins.
Yep.
So I'm assuming, because when you actually do watch Homecoming, he's not. He is is an origin story. He gets his spider, or is after origins. Like, so he got his spider bite. He's been doing it for a little while, but it hasn't been very long. So he's still presumably still in high school.
Yep.
And stuff. So it hasn't been enough years to graduate beyond that.
Yeah. So, because supposedly when Homecoming starts, he's a freshman.
Yeah.
So what they're doing now with No Way Home is he's supposed to be a senior.
Actually, I thought Far From Home he's a senior.
That would, yeah, I think so, because it's Far From Home.
No Way Home's supposed to be a senior. He's supposed to be a senior.
Is it No Way Home or Far Away From Home?
Because remember he got dusted.
Because Far Away From Home, he's still.
Oh yeah, you're right. He's still in high school, so he hasn't graduated.
He's actually on a, I guess, study abroad trip kind of thing in Far From Home.
Because he's technically.
Because he's still in high school.
Yeah. Because.
But not a lot of time has passed since that in Infinity War, so.
Yeah, I mean 5 years, but he was dusted, so he's still young.
Yeah, they really wanted to keep him a fucking kid for some reason, which I'm not a fan of. Like.
Well, and also the fact that
I get it, but I don't like it.
Well, all I know as of right now, No Way Home is actually going to be the last of the trilogy of the Homecoming trilogy. So we might get a college Peter Parker in the near future.
Which he should have been by now.
Nice.
Which he already should have been by now, according to Infinity War. Because Infinity War, Spider-Man has been Spider-Man for years, and it's actually fucking essential that he's a college and beyond college, actually. Like, he has his own business by the time the actual Infinity War comics actually happen.
Yep.
But that's why I honestly preferred Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man.
Yeah, because he's college and
he's already graduated from college.
Well, see, and also that's why maybe I also like the Sam Raimi too. Is that like he was a senior in high school, graduated.
Well, see, I can forgive them replacing Sam Raimi's Spider-Man because he was kind of getting too old and too big for his britches, honestly. Like, I think in an interview or something or another, in the second movie is when he was too big, or he was starting to show his weight. Because when he got originally casted for the original Spider-Man, he apparently was too small, so he actually had to gain some weight and muscle to take the part. So he wasn't originally given the part yet.
Oh wow.
Fun fact, just in case you guys didn't know that. But then, like, you can see now that he's been gaining, or he was gaining some weight during those movies, and especially in Spider-Man 3, you see it the most.
Yep.
Not that we don't love Tobey Maguire, but everybody criticizes Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man for no reason, honestly. I think if you took him out of high school, he would have been perfect.
He's a great Spider-Man. I even like to see Peter Parker.
His second movie, I think, had the most comic book accurate suit in the entire
I
franchise.
completely agree. I was like more towards like the Ultimate Comics, so I was like, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, and like I noticed this guy, and just so everybody knows, this part is dedicated to pretty much just opening up the tower so that we can actually talk about this stuff, because as soon as the plot gets moving, it keeps moving for a good while.
Oh yeah.
So I'm trying to fill it in here a little bit. So this, you could call this episode, it's a filler.
Yeah.
Think of it like an anime. It's a filler.
Yeah, more or less. It's more of a pretty much free range screw off kind of a episode.
Because I want to activate the entire map, honestly. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real
In
quick.
response to a robbery, suspects are armed. Officers needed on scene in Clinton.
Got this, Spider-Man. Thanks anyway.
Shut up. No one asked you. At the point too, Gwen had died, so that would have given you the opportunity for a multi-Spider-Verse.
Yep.
Which, by the time that movie, I think, was starting to come out, the Spider-Verse comic books was finally starting to happen.
Yeah.
Introducing like all these different spiders that you see now. Which included, obviously, Spider-Gwen, Miles Morales,
Spider-Pig.
Spider-Pig, even him, Spider-Ham.
Noir.
Yeah, all the spiders that you know well and love, less some, because there's like a million of them.
Yep.
Including this robot-looking thing.
Including Man Spider.
Oh yeah, the Spiders Man.
Yep.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, that was
you're
that
saying-
comic book series initiated everything.
I know what you're talking about. Cyborg Spider-Man.
Yes.
That's from the '90s animated series.
But yeah, all of that was initiated by that comic book series where, what is it, Inheritors, as they were called, were going from world to world, killing and eating and draining the life force of every Spider-Man, and ultimately they were immortal. So that was the whole deal with that. And I'm not going to get into that. If you guys want to read that,
Go read it.
go read it. It's a good read, actually.
Yeah.
Like, and I love the art for the most part.
Yes, it's a very good read.
Like, if there's Spider-Man that you really wished and cherished, don't get used to them because some of them will die.
Yep.
Unfortunately. But that was the one that, in my opinion, introduced Miles Morales to me. Because Tony Stark had died by then, so there was a lot going on there. But it was an era of trying to like replace a lot of the older superheroes with some of the new ones.
Well, and they were trying to also be diverse.
Yeah, they're trying to, obviously, yeah, there was a lot of verse, like making Thor a female, making Iron Man a black woman, making the Hulk an Asian male.
The crime tower's back up already.
With Spider Cops on the job, come hell or high water, the job gets...
No.
She never admitted, but the chief was warming up to Spider Cop. His casual disregard for by-the-book thinking was a breath of fresh air.
Talking about
She'd
Spider-Man.
come around someday.
Gosh, if you want, for the next couple of towers here, we can take over for a bit.
I wouldn't want flying around and kind of getting used to the controls a little bit.
Just make sure you at least get to the towers. Don't fuck around all day like Jacob likes to do. Jacob.
What? I get the job done.
After a while, do I have to remind you, Big the Cat?
Yeah!
Well, that was different.
Oh, okay.
I do play this. I take this game a little more seriously.
Big the Cat. What other? Every game we've done that you covered, you've taken forever. Don't even get me started on Super Mario World.
I died every time.
I am definitely hopped up on
Every
that game, and I can
episode.
feel it.
So, unlike older games, Spider-Man doesn't like swing to like satellites in space or whatever. You actually do have to be somewhere that the game will register that there is this place that Spider-Man can hang on to. That's not going to be completely accurate all the time. But like, if you go to like Central Park over there, where the trees, and there's only trees, you can't like swing on the buildings unless they're close enough. So you either got to go around it or go low enough to register at the trees. Nice triangle.
And of course...
And then you just got to mash this. Oh, you had it. You had it. There it is. Just hold it, and then does the rest. And then when it does the little animation, just hit circle.
You gotta hold the button, Josh. Hold the button. There you go. There you go. He's getting
Can you guys tell he's the one playing now?
Hold the button!
Gonna give Jacob an aneurysm again. Hold the button!
Killing me, Josh.
Hold the
killing us, Small.
Everybody says that he was just an asshole. I thought he was honestly. He captured the ultimate Spider-Man perfect.
No, yeah, that's what it was.
He didn't capture the amazing Spider-Man. He captured the ultimate Spider-Man, which is the main Spider-Man of 616. I guess.
Would you say Toby did the amazing Spider-Man?
So here's what I think, man. Is I think Tobey Maguire kind of had a better Spider-Man. Kind of. No, I think he had a better Peter Parker.
No, he had a better Peter Parker. His Spider-Man was like.
He had a better Peter Parker, and then Andrew Garfield had the better Spider-Man, and then, like I said before, if you fuse the two together, you got Tom Holland.
Exactly.
But as a kid, for some reason.
As a kid, yeah. I mean, if he was older, yeah.
These are a pain in the ass to do one. There we go.
Yeah, and that's what I think. It's like, if you had just put Peter Parker in a few years older and gave exactly how you did Tom Holland's to Andrew Garfield, he would have done the job just fine.
Yeah.
He was perfect for it. The guy had the role. I don't know why he gave it up, honestly. Besides the fact that they lost the contract for it.
I think he said some shit about Sony and they didn't like that, and that's why they fired him.
No, from what I understand, the rights to Spider-Man have finally been worn out by then, so they didn't have any more. They didn't have go at him as they used to.
Were in process of making Spider-Man 3.
I'm pretty sure they were going to go for another TASM 3, but something happened in between production. That's all I know.
They literally had like a short little snippet of the title, and that was that. But
like, they set it up. They had the Sinister Six, they had Rhino, they had started Green Goblin, or Hobo Goblin in this case, because it was Harry this time.
Yeah. I'm getting used to it.
Good. And everything was seen to be there. Gwen died. Miles would have been the appropriate age at that point.
Yep.
Like, he could have easily.
Next.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We're just getting them all. So Miles would have been the appropriate age, especially since he's about 15 years old by the time he becomes the new Spider-Man and gets bit.
Yeah, exactly.
And stuff. So it would have been perfect, even if they actually finally got rid of the fact that he's in college or high school. Andrew Garfield could have been playing off that he's an adult and had been a few years as Spider-Man by now, and then if he were to say die in that series, good. You got Miles, you got Gwen, you got everybody there now. See, that's what I'm saying. There's probably a setup to have Spider-Gwen come up, because Mary Jane's not really in the picture. Oh, you got fights here. Press circle whenever you want it to be. Every time you see that spider sense above your head, just press circle.
Yep. Boy. It's good at fighting. What the?
Oh, well, it's not hard.
So, you don't go to jail.
There you go. Take care, everybody.
As good at breaking out as you were.
Proud of you.
Good job. You knocked him out real quick.
I feel like he might do well on Arkham.
Yeah, I think so.
He's just got to learn how to dodge. Like crazy.
I'm already guaranteeing 4-star in my head.
Which one do you like the next?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Yeah, be honest. And that includes all the movies. Any suit, any Spider-Man. We're not going to count the Japanese one, but...
I think I want to say Spider-Man 3, where they have both the original suit and the black suit.
So symbiote suit? Okay.
Okay, yeah, because I was a big fan of the black suit.
Yeah.
Like, the black suit Spider-Man, I fell in love with the day I saw that thing.
Me too.
I don't know why.
I think it was when I first saw that in the animated series, and then I saw Venom, I was like...
I think that's where I saw it too. Is in the animated series.
And that's why I fell in love with Venom so much.
And then I also had some of the toys, like the little Barbie doll size action figures of like multiple versions of Spider-Man. They were like the Max Steel action figures, but instead they were Spider-Man. So he goes doing something different in a different suit.
I actually had the animated series toy things. I had the Cyborg one when he was all destroyed and he died and stuff in that future episode.
What the hell is that red thing right there?
That red thing means that there's a crime. So you can answer it, but don't answer it. We're not doing that right now. You're answering crime only when you're around the towers. But they're always optional, they never stop, so you don't. Yeah, I mean, I would agree. I like Spider-Man 3's Spider-Man. I'm not huge on their Venom anymore.
I don't.
Not anymore anyway. After being spoiled with Tom Hardy's Venom, I don't like Eric Foreman's Venom.
Yeah, I mean
I don't like Eric.
Skinny Venom. I hate Skinny Venom.
I don't like Eric Foreman Venom. Like, I don't know what the fuck they were thinking with that choice.
I don't know. Like, you know, when I think Eddie Brock, I think huge dude.
Well, not even just that, but well, especially that. But I mean, the last person, like, you can't put Eric Foreman as fucking Brock, let alone Venom.
I know.
And expect people to like really let that go. Like,
no, we can't. We can't forget about that. Oh, I have. Oh, my spider tingle or my spider web is
spider
tingling.
sense tingling.
You know what I mean.
Shut up, Eric. I'm gonna put my foot up your ass.
Oh God, that. I don't know.
I fucking hated it.
I do love Tom Hardy as Eddie. Like he brings that relationship vibe out of him and Venom. That was my favorite thing about that movie.
I will give Sam Raimi, like maybe a little bit more of an impact here, but I will give Sam Raimi's Venom a little bit of credit because at least they got him.
Yeah.
They finally managed to make him happen.
Yeah.
And I know with that much CGI, making him come to life is not an easy process.
Also, like, it was a process just to even get the black suit. Like, it was a long process. Because at first they were going to do an all latex suit, and that didn't work out. So they did just pretty much the Spider-Man suit just black and silver. So that's what we got.
Well, I mean, I'm referring to Venom here. It's just like,
okay.
I know making a Venom at that time that big would probably be kind of hard, but then again, you made the Sandman, so I don't know if I want to give it a pass.
You know,
but here's what I'm thinking too, because I think I've heard it in an interview somewhere, or at least someone mentioned it, is that it feels like what they were trying to do is they were trying to get the Green Goblin set up and immediately jump to Venom and introduce him in as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Because there's no build up to get to Venom.
No, the studio wanted Venom in there, and Raimi didn't want that. He was only going to have the new Goblin and Sandman. That was it.
Which is a smart idea, honestly. Like,
I thought that
I'd rather have that because introducing Venom right now after he just got rid of the suit would actually kind of ruin it because you gotta let that shit build up. The whole reason why Venom doesn't outright kill Spider-Man all the time, it feels like a betrayed ex-boyfriend kind of thing going on, is because he got attached to Spider-Man's personality.
Yeah.
Or Peter's personality.
Yeah, the symbiote liked Peter's.
Yeah, and you gotta let it like grow to the fact that Peter becomes an asshole over time because of the suit. So they're like building off each other, and that's why like that, and that's also why Venom has the spider symbol over his chest, is because he got that from Peter Parker when he was wearing them.
Well, and then they also is a different reason why now because of the whole Venom stuff that happened in comics.
I after the end of the last movie, I'm just like, okay, I'm okay with this. Like, they finally are going to make it canonical. And I'm not spoiling that for you, but
I got spoiled on the post-credit scene for the new movie.
My bad, gentlemen.
Oh, but you're right. Yeah, like,
yeah,
and it's appropriate that we're wearing the Tom Holland suit for this.
Yeah,
but
it's funny because I did get spoiled about the post-credit scene and what they're becoming.
I wasn't spoiled on it yet, but I would kind of have the idea when people started talking.
Yeah, I was like, oh, no way. This is happening now?
How many more towers do we got?
2 more.
I think it's just those two, right?
Yep, those two.
Looks like just those two, yeah.
Yeah, let's go ahead and knock them out real quick.
Yeah, don't mind if I do. I'm having fun with this.
And then we'll call it a part there.
Ooh, biscuit.
We literally just talked this whole thing about the goddamn towers. But that's how, so fans, this is how tedious the game can get sometimes, which is like its only weakest point.
Yeah.
It's because it's a constant scavenger hunt for things, and this is by far the lightest one that we find necessary. But there's a bunch of shit that you'll have to find throughout this entire godforsaken game. And it gets a little boring after a while, especially if you've done it already.
It gets repetitive.
Yeah, pretty goddamn repetitive. Like, you kind of wish it was over real quick or you could skip it, but you can't skip it. At least not yet. So,
it's integral.
but we're only activating the towers so that we can see the full map for later on.
Yep.
I didn't like Tom Holland's at first because, one, he's Miles Morales in Peter's name.
Yeah.
But also, I didn't like that he was a kid and just a fanboy.
Well, I don't know, he's growing on to me now. Like, after Far From Home, I'm like, okay.
Honestly, not just Far From Home. I think Homecoming kind of won him over for me.
Oh, yeah. No,
I liked him in Homecoming.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, I think for me, like, I really loved him in Far From Home, and I can't wait for him.
Yeah, that brought it home for me. But it didn't really sink in until I just don't like that he fanboys. Which I'll save for the next part because that was the biggest thing that turned me off about Peter Parker's, Tom Holland's, whatever.
Alright, that's the last one.
Okay. Well.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, after all that talk, we'll see you guys in the next episode.
And that's that.
Pretty good work, right?
Good timing.
Pretty good, yeah.
Good enough that maybe you'd let a certain someone celebrate with us?
Fine, but make it quick.
The odds
That
were
was
low.
fun.
The
I mean,
danger
now that kind of
close.
got an idea of the
But
controls
between
and
Spider Cop's
have an idea
reckless
of what we're
intuition
doing now.
and the Chief's determined planning, they got the job done.
Aw,
So
that's kind of sweet.
that
A
trick where you
pairing
do
of
when you
opposites,
jump off
like
a certain
peanut butter
part,
and chocolate,
right? You can
or
actually
breakfast
do it
for
forced,
dinner.
where you can
The two
jump
work
fast.
together.
It's really
And we're done. Talk to you later, Spider Cop.
She's coming around.